Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Three Men and a Vape Show. It is Wednesday and it is 8 o'clock, and we've done this 2 weeks in a row. And God, do I feel good, baby! I feel good. We are joined by our normal casters, the one and only Mr. B. How are you, brother?
I am awesome. I'm liking the American field we had there right at the start. I'm about to get guns out and start going boo 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 boo.
Shooting it on the hip, motherfucker.
Good Yosemite
9
Sam.
seconds in.
You know, a good Yosemite Sam. You know, poo 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 poo. No, I'm awesome. How are you?
Big shout out to 10 Ton Tess. We read that in chat just before we went on. She's in. I didn't even know what skeeters meant.
Well, you said Skittles.
Skittles. All right.
Well, to be fair, everyone gets in bed with Skittles once in their life.
They do, yeah. And then you wake up like,
taste the rainbow.
Yeah.
No, that's a different type of Skittles, mate. Sorry.
And then you roll over in the morning, you wake up and you've got like a rainbow down your leg where you've dropped them and you've melted them at night. The worst one is chocolate as well.
Do you know, I've never done that. I've never got into bed with chocolate and got chocolate all over me. I'm too good at eating it, as you can see.
I hope you feel a bit better though, Tess. I hope you feel a bit better.
That's when you turn around to your lass and say, "That's not chocolate."
See, I knew I was right. We sat. He goes, "What Skittles?" Well, no, it's Skitters. It means she's got the shits.
Tess has got a nappy on. Oh, that is one of the worst things.
Are open.
Isn't it? It's one of the worst things that ever. If you've got a stomach bug and
once the Bombay doors open, it's a horrible day.
I remember once we all had it. Every single one of us were in. We hadn't actually got Fern then. There were me. There were obviously Lou, and there were Ollie and Daniel. And we've only got one toilet. We're just not good. So it's not good, is it?
I could actually.
There's one thing: the seat will always be warm.
It is warm, but there's a lot of backsplash. Oh, that's what you need in your life, isn't it? Pebble Dash.
I remember just after I got married, and I'm really glad that my wife's working right now because she'd run in and slapped the shit out of me. But when we just got married, I got a really bad bug. We were properly ill for days. But the day after, like the day after the wedding days, it's meant to be quite a central moment. I really felt off. And I remember going to the toilet, and I needed what I call a number 3. It's when you need both at the same time. You don't know which one to go for. So I thought, right, I'll do number 1 first. But then just as I did that, I farted and pebble dashed the wall. And all I heard from down wall was, "I didn't sign up for this."
Jesus.
So yeah, no, it was not a fun week. That it was not a fun week.
I need to stop picturing that. I really need to stop picturing that. My eyes are burning.
There's not enough mind bleach for that, is there?
There isn't.
It's a service. It's a service.
The best thing about it, why am I thinking of cricket? You know, like somebody at the stumps. Stop it. Whatever you do, don't catch it. Don't catch it. A sweet. This has gone down the gutter and only been 5 minutes.
If I'd have had a wicket stump behind me that day, he'd have been scarred for life.
Jesus. How has obviously your dad's back, New Year and all that sort of stuff? Have you been this week?
Awesome. Really good at swimming. Got 60 lengths in. I'm actually in the middle of turning all that into exact length so I can put it into this system I've got, which tells me exactly how far I'm swimming. Maybe one day it'll tell me I've swum the channel or something daft like that. But anyway, the last time I went, which was yesterday morning, I could only get 25 lengths in. Not for any other reason than we went a little bit later and didn't realise that the congregation of old women's water aerobics started at 10:30.
Right.
So at 10:30, I'm getting down to meeting 25th. I'm still in 30th, and all of a sudden, the pool just filled with all these old women. And the next thing I hear is Dolly Parton, and I'm like, "This ain't happening. This ain't fucking happening."
What, 9 to 5 or Jolene?
No, worse. What's the song that Whitney Houston did? That
I Will Always Love You.
That's it. Exercising to that. I wanted to slip my fucking wrists. It was like, how do you I will always love you. It doesn't work. Okay. I actually thought, and the thought that ran through my mind was, if I was one of them old biddies in that pool, I would actually be quite annoyed. Because just because I'm old doesn't mean I like to listen to Dolly Parton sing love songs. Get a bit of, scooter or something going. That'll get him going.
Would you? Probably an heart attack at you as well. Mate, I'm glad it's all going good, buddy. I did catch that you did sort of like a little bit of a vlog on the way there, and your new show's back, which I caught as well on Friday.
Yes, thoroughly enjoyed your show.
Started on Friday. Completely new, something completely different to everybody else is doing.
I like the topics, which I'm sure we'll touch on, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it as well. You got some good numbers, and all the chat were buzzing constantly. So make sure you go and check that out on a Friday at 8 p.m. Isn't it?
8 p.m.
The new
every
James
Friday.
Whale, I'm telling you.
Hey, yeah, the fatter, less dead James Whale.
The less fat.
No, the more fatter, less dead.
A lot less dead.
Yeah, a lot less dead. Becking hell.
And obviously, we welcome back as well he's a permanent caster now, my wonderful brother Soliomi. How are you, brother?
Me personally, I'm fine. The rest of the family, not so good.
Oh no!
What's wrong with Aiden?
I'm all right actually for a change. I've got rid of my chest.
Poor Millie had to go to vets. That were some serious worrying poo-poo. She's got a womb infection.
Oh dear.
Which was quite serious. It's not as serious as the first thought, but it's still quite serious. So she's slowly recovering at the moment. And then poor Jan, she's got the Solomes.
Oh no!
And she's not been well at all. So yeah, not been good.
Obviously, all three of us, we're all massive dog lovers, and we've all been brought up with him. And big shout out to Jules Mama Vapes and Stevie, because unfortunately they had to put their dog down today, which is just like a horrible thing. Isn't it?
Oh,
it's like
it's a horrible thing.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's like losing one of your kids.
I think the worst thing that you can get from someone, well, it's only a dog.
Oh.
Honestly, them people I just want to smash.
I do as well.
I really do.
It's generally farmers, because obviously a dog's a tool. But no, to me, it's weird though. My dogs are my life, and when we lost Big Man a couple of years ago, that was horrendous.
Yeah.
But every time they get something that's like, let's say a womb infection. Let's say Poppy got a womb infection. The first thought would run through my mind is, how much are them bastards going to charge me for this? That's the first thought that runs through my mind. You go to see a vet, it's £100 just to say hello to him.
Well, just for a scan, literally a scan to obviously check a womb and everything. A scan, a week's supply of antibiotics, a week's supply of painkillers, £171.
Jesus.
This is the thing. Now here, Poppy got an infection, and the doctor was going to prescribe Poppy erythromycin. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute, that's the same antibiotic I take. Is there any difference? Then I looked online. No, there's no difference. The same erythromycin is given to dogs as it is to humans. So I just rang up my...
It'd be just the
dosage. That's the only
dosage will be different.
Yeah, so I rang up my doctor and said, I've got an infection. Can I have some antibiotic, please? Saved me £100. Problem solved. Exactly. All I had to do was cut tablets in half.
I know a lot of people say, well, you want to get insurance, my sister-in-law, their dog that they had, there's small print in this insurance, isn't there?
It's not that. You get dog insurance, which seems cheap at the time, but the second you make a claim, it's almost impossible to get them to pay out. And if they do pay out, it costs you 3 times more next term.
Also, it depends, it deteriorates the age of your dog as well.
Your dog, not your dog.
Whatever your cover is, so you'll start off with full whatever cover for when it's a puppy. As it gets older, there's less things that you can claim on.
Yep. It's honestly, veterinarian service is the biggest hack in this country.
Well, dentists as well.
Wow. Do you know, I've never seen a dentist in my life. Never once. My teeth are the healthiest thing on me. Probably because of all the exercise they get, but still.
Big shout out to everybody who is in chat. Big love to you all. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. I think we've got a couple of people on the replay, not loads. So Marky Poos, I haven't got the bumper set up because I'm going to get rid of Streamlabs. I don't like it. I'm going to go back to me elements like I normally do. So we'll have that next week. So, bro, who's on the replay?
I'm right efficient.
Look at
Bloody
that.
hell, he's actually printed them out. Ollie, eat your heart out.
So you know what, as well, next week, ladies and gentlemen, make sure there's loads and loads of tongue twisters in there, so he's got at least 4 A4 pages to...
We'll just do a whole show of Mark doing tongue twisters. I'd buy that, no problem.
I mean, you've given me this task. I can't read for love nor money.
You can't see.
I'm crap at things like that, and yeah, I'm blind as a bat.
So why did you print it off in 12 print? Why not like 30 print? It's like a page letter.
It was 20, that.
And it's laminated.
I mean, if I just leave that, everyone can read it. I don't have to say it now.
Yeah, there you go.
Why the fuck did you laminate it?
It's not laminated, it's in one of them.
Oh, it's because he's going to have a wank of a flat caps fucking message. That's what it is.
Isn't it? What are you on about? I'm framing that one, mate. I'm framing it.
Get that Dolly Parton going. Come on.
Right, do you want me to do it now?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Okay, dokie. Well, we've got 3. Just wanted to make it look like there was more. Right, so we've got John Paul Glasgow. He's turned around and said, missed the show tonight because of work, watching on the replay. Good to see Mark as Newcaster. Love his show as well. Big love, brother.
Oh,
Nice,
yeah.
so thank you, John Paul. We've got Mr. Flatcap, our very own Mr. Flatcap. Really glad to see Mr. Solo has joined the team. Love you, bro.
Have you noticed? Well, let's just put the love for Flat Cat down for 1 second. Have you noticed he's turned into a right mean bastard in his old age?
Did you? I watched it.
He's forever picking on me.
I was ghosted. I watched your show and then I went over to his, and it were absolutely funny as hell because Mark, I don't know if you saw it. So we unveil you as the caster, and then he starts talking, and this is how, and he puts it in a right, like, high-pitched voice, going, "Oh, this is lovely.
I sounded like a fucking Ewok that had his balls nailed to a wall. Fucking unbelievable. Right, but even if I put anything anyway, comments on it, like, yeah.
It's all in good fun with Flat Cap. It's all in good fun.
Mean bastard. Mean bastard.
Right, last but not least is Chris Henderson. He said, great show as always, guys. Had to catch on the replay because, different times. Welcome aboard, Mr. Solo. Keep up keep them fellas in line as best as you can. Don't know what that means.
We're good at being in line. We're good at being in line.
I'm fucking not. I cover 3 or 4 lines myself.
I'm going to say, I was meaning both of us in the dinner queue.
It depends which fucking line we're on about. I don't do lines very well.
I'll tell you what I did do.
Those were the replays. If you want to put yours in, don't forget, comment below or put it in the Facebook group. Because
you replay a lot mean just as much to us as the live people. So yeah, and if you have got any tongue twisters, that will be hilarious next week to That would be brilliant. That absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget above us there, your Rochford giveaway. Everybody's has been sent over to Jay. Obviously, have you seen this as well now? Royal Mail, they're not going to be able to send anything abroad.
Yeah,
I've given
that's something to do with your computer program, though, isn't it? That's been hacked.
They're all on flexi shift. They don't give a shit about anything now. It's like America. I got breaking news today that they grounded all flights in America because
their
of the
computers
PC
went
problem.
down.
But what the fuck? Russian going, we can't afford to send tanks. Let's just fuck their internet.
Yeah, well,
they're on about things like that, and not many people know this because it's not on normal news. I think it was last week Heathrow found a parcel of uranium.
Yeah, it's just come out, hasn't it, on the news?
What? Someone's pissed in a bucket?
Yeah.
Yes, you're urine.
But they've actually
and the best thing about it is they know that it's going to be used as a dirty bomb.
Well, it will be if it's piss. Who's pissed in it?
It's actually been brought in from Pakistan, they found out.
Yeah.
Well, it will be dirty piss then, won't it?
So, I'm moving straight away across the map. Ladies and gentlemen, your Rochford project, we will be doing your giveaway a little bit later on. Don't forget, while the show is on, and also all the way up to 12 o'clock, use 3Men Vape. You get 15% off. Get yourself over there and get some money off of the wonderful Jay. Like I said, everybody's, the last 2 shows, the Christmas show and last week, that's all been put over to him, and I've had a lovely message back. So you'll be getting your goodies in the post very, very soon. Very, very soon. I'll tell you what I wanted to touch on. Obviously,
You're not touching me at all.
I'll tell you what, it's not
You know
Christmas,
where that leads.
I love
It's
that,
not
Lee
Christmas.
Armitage. Welcome to the last three men. Mr. Bean's fucked it for everyone. He just can't have anything nice, can he? That fucking fat bastard.
Just touching it. Do you know, we were talking last week about vape juices, the way, obviously, the Rochford, the way he does his, and other companies. Not only on the juice side of it, but also on the mod side of it. What are your thoughts of, like, they have gorillas on them, or they have just emojis and things like that on it? Do you think they go a little bit too far with it?
Two of my favourite mods. Sorry, Mark. Go on, you first, Michael.
Oh, thank you very much. I think it depends on which end of the market you look at. If you go for something like Vaporesso or Geek Vape or Asmodus or them type of people, no, they do decent looking mods. But you normally find your stupid gorillas and that lot, they're on your disposables.
Bear in mind, you are talking to a vape ape.
Disposables.
When you say stupid gorilla, bear in mind you're talking to a vape ape.
A vape ape.
Vape ape.
Yeah, you were going to say, yeah. You've got another one, haven't you? A box mod as well.
Yeah, so I've got that one, which is my favourite mod of all time. It's one of my most expensive mods I will ever own, which is why I don't use it, because I don't want to wreck it. It's a Stranger's mod, that, but it was done specifically for me.
Yeah, that was
nice.
custom.
But I got it's on there somewhere, but I'm not reaching for it. It's a Dovpo MV22. And it's a semi-mech, but it has a samurai gorilla on the back. And that's why I bought it. I like things with gorillas on them. But it's just, I think that looked really smart. But there are ones that do look tacky. Whereas that's more of like, if they put like a proper artist impression on there, someone who's actually done some artwork for it, then I don't mind it. But if it's just like some silly cartoon cat that they've just got off the internet and slapped it on, no. Gimmick.
See, we go as well. Just going back to the juices. I remember what the juices, what they were before the TPD. They have calmed down a little bit with them, but some of them, they would just look like sweets, didn't they? There wasn't helping the cause at all.
That got to the. It was more in America than anywhere else, and that got to the point where it was a publicity stunt, because what they'd do, they'd bring out these child-orientated bottles of juice.
Yeah,
everyone would slam them on Instagram and on YouTube and tell them how bad they are. Then they changed the labels and so like, look how good they are. And
this is the thing. About 3 years ago, I remember thinking, actually, I said this to a friend. I was convinced that vape juice was going to go down the same line as cigarettes. Do you remember what they did with cigarettes when they said you can't do all these fancy colours, everything had to be in brown boxes and all this shit? And they did that with cigarettes to try and stop them being more appealing to kids. That was the whole point of it. And I was convinced 3 years ago they were going to do that with vape juice, because I kept seeing like Donut King and things like that coming out with Dunkin' Donut signs on it. I'm thinking, that's pushing it a little bit.
Buddy's just said that in chat. I remember the expo we went to, and they did a selection box.
Yeah, it was an actual selection box. No,
so it was like Snickers, weren't they? There were a Mars vape and all this other stuff.
See, I get why. I think all anti-vapors are absolute fucking morons, because they just believe they're like flat earthers to me. But I can see why we've given them the opportunity to be morons, because the vaping industry doesn't half like shooting itself in the fucking foot.
You've also got to remember as well, there's a cultural thing as well. In places like China, when they start doing Spider-Man, Batman and all them lot.
I saw a Minion one once.
On mods. Yeah. They don't see it as copyright. They see it as a... how can you explain it? A good thing. It's a good thing for them to do that. It's
like a
totally
compliment.
Different. Yeah,
well,
a compliment. That's
China's copyright paradise. There isn't a brand in China that isn't been slightly altered so that they can actually produce it. They did a BMW. BMW. There's a Chinese company. I can't remember the name of it, because it's one of these silly long ones with like 5,000 letters in it. But the copied the BMW X3 to the letter. I mean, it was inch by inch an X3, and BMW took them to court. And the Chinese court turned around and went, no, I don't see this. I don't see the similarity at all. Completely different cars.
Can you remember, you were saying about...
No way, it's unbelievable.
You were saying about Donut King. Can you remember the ones, I don't know if it was, and it were a donut one, but they brought it out and it looked like a teething ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got one somewhere.
In the bottle, I couldn't believe it. It just looked like a teething ring.
Can you remember
it was
them
a
ones
round
that-
bottle with a bite out top of it.
Aidan,
Which, what?
the ones that look like a pepper spray.
Pepper spray, yeah. Flashbang. Wasn't it? They were like, they had one where it were a flashbang. There were grenades. They used to do one in a spray can.
I think I've still got one just up there.
I mean, this is what I mean. The vape, I get why they've done it. It's for marketing to make it, so that people buy the stuff. But I do think the vaping industry has a real, almost fetish for shooting itself in the foot.
Flashbang wallop.
Yeah, they really do have a fetish for shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, I genuinely, it's when I started vaping 7 years ago, 7 years ago now, whenever. Back then, there was a rule of thumb, which was if you were swapping to vaping, you would take whatever you spent on fags for the month, and that would be your budget for the vape mod. And it would generally cost that. Nowadays, you can pick up a mod for 15 quid, or a disposable for a £5. And they're all in these pretty colours and all looking wonderful, like, it's like sherbet lemons, and they're just, I don't know, they're too appealing. Far too appealing to kids.
The cigarettes, they were pretty cheap when they first came around. They were about
but they never worked.
They
never worked.
I think they gave a lot of people a gateway on to get the bigger mods. Before there were like vape shops around.
It gave you the taste of what vaping was, but nothing more than that. For me, I didn't actually stop smoking until I got my first big mod, which was a the original Drag. I got a Drag 3 last year. The original Drag, and I had a sub-ohm tank on top of it. And I could fuck out an office in a minute, and I fucking loved it. And that was the whole reason why I thought, I'm sticking with this. This is wonderful. Anyone pisses me off or stays in the office too long, I can just fog it out and they'll fuck off. It's wonderful.
But you've got to think, if you're talking like 6-7 years ago, there wasn't that many vapes out there that did that on the wattage. You've got to think probably max wattage 7-8 years ago, probably about 35 watts.
Before that, I remember spending £120 on a totally wicked... It's not Odyssey. It's some sort of fucking... It looked like a great big bloody Doctor Who's dildo. And it was terrible. It was probably one of the worst mods I've ever owned. It leaked everywhere. You could only get replacement parts from Totally Wicked, and they cost like... You had to mortgage your houses to get a spare part for it. It was ridiculous. But
so, when I first started vaping, maximum wattage, well, it wasn't even wattage. They didn't do wattage, it was voltage.
Voltage, that's right, yeah.
When I first, how long have I been vaping now?
Oh, years.
Coming up to 12 years now.
Yeah. I started in 2006 and I bought my first one from a garage. They didn't even have what actual nicotine were in it. It were low, medium, and high.
Just vape this, you'll feel wonderful.
Low, medium, high, and you went onto the cigarettes. Mark, you used to drill your own air holes, didn't you?
Yeah. Because, let's face it, you go back to when I first started vaping, a decent RDA was going to cost you 70 quid plus.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to still drill out the holes.
Well, this is the thing. Back then, 6-7 years ago, hey up, Sean, back then, you had to actually... I always saw buying a full vape kit as a commitment. This is my commitment, because I'm spending a lot of money. My wife used to go fucking mental at me over it. You spent how much again? It's like, well, yeah, you've already just had the fucking Odyssey. But then it meant more. Nowadays, it's like 15 quid or 5 quid for disposable. No.
But I'll tell you now, about some of these kits that are coming out today, the prices that they're coming out at...
Only Steam Crave keep to that.
Better.
Only Steam Crave keep to that. Steam Crave have kept to the old way of everything should be over 100 quid. They've got the totally wicked fucking mentality.
Well, no. I think you're totally wrong with that because with Steam Crave, you're getting quality. It's like if you go out there and buy yourself.
I'm not saying it's not quality.
Yeah, well, that's what you pay for. If you go outside there and buy yourself a Nick's pair of trainers, the glue's going to fall off.
Yes, but however, this is the thing. This is where I think the fallacy comes in a little bit. Yes.
What, a penis?
Not fallacy. Jesus Christ, you lost my train of thought now. A Steam Crave, or a QP, RTA or whatever, is better quality than, say, a Hell Vape. However, I don't believe it's 5 times the quality. And that's where the problem is. I see £120 for the new whatever it's called. What's it called? The all-in-one that they're bringing out.
The new
starts with an M.
It's
Morvis.
I keep on thinking Mordor there, but it's not.
Mordor!
It's not.
My precious.
You shall not pass!
It's the.
It starts with an M. Sure,
it is, but I can't read. I ain't got my fucking glasses. Shows
right, so the Steam Crave all-in-one. The Steam Crave
Aidan,
all-in-one.
do you want to borrow him?
Thanks, mate. Just 2 seconds.
At £120,
Pass them again, Mark.
I think is a touch over what it should be.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Mason. Thank you very much. I think £120.
What I will say to you is, how many of their products have you had?
One, and it didn't go well.
Right, so I've reviewed probably every single product they've had for the last 7 years.
Right.
And I've also reviewed, and Mark has, other products that are in the same sort of price bracket. I would say that Steam Crave is probably one of the most solidest companies. You're not going to get anything where when you screw on, it's not grindy. You're not gonna. Everything that's built from there is top quality. I've never had anything that hasn't worked.
I don't disagree.
You know what? Do you know what I would class Steam Crave? Steam Crave is in between high end and budget.
Yeah,
but here's the thing, though.
Now, when you look at price wise, you can look at some RDAs that you can pick up that are high end, and you're going to pay 100 odd quid for an RDA.
Well, you might, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
you can look at mods. You can look at 3D printed mods, and you're going to spend well over 100 quid on one of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Here's the thing, though.
What I'm saying is, though, from the top end of the scale to the bottom end of the scale, Steam Crave are still in the middle.
So what you're saying is between Hell Vape and Vicious Ant. Well, let's look at it that way.
Yeah,
Are you saying that a Steam Crave RTA is 5 times better than Hell Vape Fat Rabbit?
the quality of it is...
Is it 5 times better?
Yeah.
Well, then, fair enough. I've not
paid the aromarizer V2, V3, whichever the last one I reviewed, it's 300 times better than a Fat Rabbit.
Well, I've never tried one. So
and you've got to think as well...
It just seems expensive to me. Bear in mind, I am the tightest northerner ever to walk Earth.
But you've also been in the car trade as well, haven't you? So you know yourself the difference between a Fiesta and a Ferrari, and it's the same sort of thing. Both of them will get you to A to B.
In that sense, but then again, that way you could compare a disposable to a fucking Steam Crave. Your better comparison is something like a Toyota
because
MR2.
that isn't an RTA, is it?
No, but my point is, it's still a vaping device. A Fiesta isn't a supercar.
No.
You see where I'm coming from? So it's completely different.
No, but exactly. So if you're...
No, that's not completely different, because a Vicious Ant is a supercar.
We're actually arguing over the definition of Fiesta being Fat Rabbit, and I don't agree with that. But that's irrelevant. Now, I get where you're coming from, and I'm stuck on the fence here. I get both sides of the argument.
Do you know what I think it is? And no disrespect to anyone here. I think what it is we have got so used to things being cheap.
Yeah. And this probably goes back to what I was saying earlier. The cheap stuff is probably far too cheap. I never said there was anything wrong with a Fiesta Fax. I used to love them. I used to have one.
Got XR2.
Do you know what? The best car I ever on was Nissan Micra. The old bubble shape. I actually had the engine taken out and put a 3-litre V6 from a QX into it.
I want to pay that for it.
No, I didn't pay anything for it. Don't be stupid. I got the engine out of the fucking old one that ran me.
Just going back to that. Obviously, we were on about RTAs and not really like just as a vaping device. But I always feel that whatever you get from Steam Crave, and I've, like I said, I've reviewed everything that they've had for the last 6-7 years. It's highly well made. It's highly well presented. And I don't think I've ever heard any reviewer really give anything a bad review on it. And, the other thing as well with the RTAs that they do bring out, they do a lot. So you can have like normal standard decks, or it's always like a Meccano set of vaping.
When you think about, if you buy an aromathizer, you're not just buying a tank.
You're buying a philosophy.
No, you're actually buying. When you think about it, logically, you are buying 3 items.
You are, yep.
What, your dignity, pride in your fucking marriage?
So you've got an RDTA,
yeah.
You've got your normal standard tank, and then you've got an RDA. And that's on all of their tanks, near enough. You're getting 3 types of vaping.
But you're only ever going to use one, so...
No, you're not.
You're not always, if you fancy having an RDA one day and then an RT8 next day.
Right, fair enough. I'll take that one on chin, go on.
So, and also, if you look at an actual... what they've built, the amount of parts that makes up one of them.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree on the quality. And the quality
what I'm saying is, though, hang on, bear with me. Right. When you actually look at the actual materials that have been made, have all been had to be milled, whereas you compare it to we'll compare it to, a Zeus X. A Zeus X, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, including the glass, 5 parts. Yeah? That they've had to design and create and make. Yeah? You go for an aromizer or virtually any of their tanks, there's all about 12 or 13 different parts. Then you've got all your different decks. So you never just get one deck. Most of them come with 2 decks. You either have a dual coil deck or a mesh deck.
Yeah.
Then you can have all the other decks to add on to it as well. So you've got your velocity decks and things like that. So it's not just buying one thing. You're buying almost a Swiss Army knife of the tank world.
Yeah, like you said, you get like you said, you're getting an RTA, an RDA. You get
so how much is Steam Crave paying you to?
Exactly. Yeah, no, it does sound like that. It was just one of them. I just like them as a product.
Let me give you an example. A Vandy Vape Kylin V2 RTA, probably recognised as one of the best RTAs to come out in the last couple of years. Yeah. Romomizer V2, again, your big Steam Crave super thing, came out at 80 quid. That's how much it were when it came out. The Kylin came out at 40 quid.
Yeah.
Is a Steam Crave twice as good as a Kylin?
Yeah, but
for flavour and style and everything.
Right. Can I give you... Right. This is what I was trying to explain to you. The Kylin, that's it. Yep. That's the only thing that you can do with it.
Yep.
It's a tank. It's probably got about 5 parts made to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? The whole construction of it is probably 5 parts... 7 parts if you're going to start being nickety with the
screws.
Screws and O-rings. Right. Hang on a minute.
Kylin comes with screws and shit.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm on about the Kylin. Right. You go and have a look at the aromomizer.
Yeah.
Not only is it a tank, it's an RDA.
Mm-hmm.
You can also squonk with it as well, believe it or not. Why you'd want to, I don't know, but you can. But all the individual parts that are making it all come apart. Literally, you can strip it down, and there's probably about 12 or 13 different parts to it. So when you think about construction, manufacturing, it's going to cost a hell of a lot more to manufacture an aromomizer than it will be a Kylin.
I agree. No, I'm not trying to argue the point. I'm trying to ask the question because I don't know. Just to comment on...
When you think about it, how much it's going to cost a company to manufacture a Kylin or a Zeus X or whatever, compared to what Steam Crave has to produce in just costs for them making
And
it.
normally you get them in like boxes like that with like all the extra bits in it.
Yeah, but that's just marketing, isn't it? Just to comment on, I know Shrek and a couple of other people said, "Oh, well, it's £38." I'm not on about now. I'm not when it first came out. The Organizer
it's come
V3
down.
when it first came out was £80. Obviously, it comes down in price over time. That's the fucking point of them. But to Vaping Heat said, "Okay, what about QP? QP to me is on the same level as Steam Crave." To me, personally, as the tightest northern bastard to ever walk this earth, I still think they're expensive. However, my
I
opinion
think QPs are expensive.
my opinion's starting to wane a bit with what you're saying. If you think that they are double what you're getting is twice as much as what you get for a decent RTA like a Kylan V2, then fair enough.
Yeah, I think them QPs, don't they come out with a lot of plastic as well?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong; they gorgeous looking RDAs, but I think they're dear. But you've got to remember they're made in Canada.
Weren't it QP that brought something out and it was called the Predator or something, or the Kiddie Fiddler or something like that? It was something weird name that was from. It was something like the Buggerer. It was something like that. It was from a.
He's going down a bad road here.
Yeah, no, I'll find it.
It's the wrong alley.
The name of it. No, I'll find the name of it. I'll
the Buggerer.
Piss out of it.
Buggerer.
About the Passage.
No, it's out of a sport.
Or the
magazine.
Wanko. Can you remember the Wanko?
The Wanko, yeah, the Wanko.
EP. I'll find the bastard.
Mark H. Yeah, I reviewed that with the Lego deck where you could have it in series or you could have it with a postless deck or the Violator.
Violator, that's the one.
It's nice to see Vaping Heat. Hope you're okay, brother.
Violator. I'm trying to think of the thing like Kiddie Fiddler, Buggerer. You know, there was something there, but Violator. I remember that had me fucking giggling for months. It was just before the Scrotum came out. So we had the Violator and the Scrotum in like a period of 6 months.
Then obviously with the Scrotum, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. QPs are made in China and designed in Canada.
So
named on a fucking school bus.
I've got to sort of stick up for you a little bit here, Mr. V, though, because there is sometimes that you get devices and you think, Jesus Christ, you've spent that's a little bit too much for what you're getting there.
There is, but I remember getting the Mr. B close to sensor level today. Hey, I'm a walking sensor hip hop. Don't worry about it.
I see hip hop.
I remember getting, I think I mentioned it last week, the Voluna V2 for £15. I mean, absolutely blown away with it. And at that point, value for every other RTA in the market just dropped for me because I thought if I can get an RTA that is that good for £15. Why would I spend 80 on a Steam Crave?
Oh, yeah, totally agree with you.
The Violator, the babysitter from hell. Michael Ross, that's not good.
But the thing is, though, I don't think we've improved in the last, at least 4 years. Because there's 4-year-old RDAs, 4-year-old tanks that are as good as anything that's coming
out now.
And the problem is, ever since they make slight changes to how they work and to airflow and stuff. But ever since everyone went, you know what, we prefer it like as a deck like this with some airflow at the side, nobody's changed fuck all. The Voluna V2 had some nice fucking things, they attached everything to it, and it was fucking wonderful. But I've never seen anything quite like that just makes you go, wow, that's really cool.
There's only been, when you think about it, in the 12 years that I've been vaping, there's only been a handful of real decks, I'm just talking about RDAs, that have really changed the vaping game. I think the first ever one that really changed the game was the Velocity.
The Velocity deck.
That really changed things. Then you had the Goon.
Yeah, the
Goon.
Goon.
Fucking hell. Design. You know, I've been trying to get hold of one of them for years. There's an RDA I've been trying to get hold of, which was a Kennedy one.
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah, I've been trying to get hold of one of them for God knows how long. But again, I won't spend the money. So that's
Well, I'll tell you what, and they're only going to go up because obviously Kennedy have stopped.
Yeah,
exactly. So I'll never get one. The one that I saw, the Geek Vape Thai Tsunami, that had a very similar airflow to the Kennedy, with the pipes that come up that just sit underneath the coils, and I fucking loved it. And at that point, I thought I've got to get my hands on a Kennedy, but I won't spend $100.
Well, it was like you touched on it as well, Mark, about these people who spend this money on 3D printed mods. We went through this whole thing, like with the Franken Skull and all them. Me and Mark went to Vape Fest.
Yeah, we're Vape Fest in London.
No, what's the other one where we went where it was like a... No, Vape Fest isn't London, it's... I thought you were taking them to Salisbury. That were outside Vape Fest, wasn't it? It's Vape Jam at London.
Yeah, that's Vape Jam into London.
Yeah,
Vape Fest was the one outside near Wales.
Yeah, so we went to this outdoor one, and they were selling. I think that bloke from Italy, were it Geppetto mods? I'm not quite sure if it was that, but he was from Italy and he was selling these high end like £400 odd. But then there were other places that were selling 3D printed mods, and you knew the bloke, didn't you? They were selling them for £300 odd, £350.
Crazy.
Now, I appreciate when it comes to 3D mods, I appreciate them. There's a lot of work goes into a 3D mod, especially time and preparation.
Well, it takes like a day to print the fucker.
Yeah, exactly. It takes a day to print it, and then once it's printed, it's not just that's done. There's polishing and things like that. I appreciate that, but I know a guy. He's in China. He's an American bloke, and he does them. He did the Denali for me. Snow Cap Mountain is called.
Yeah,
and he's sensible prices. Really sensible prices.
I don't mind paying for. I mean, like this, my Strangers mod. I know the Michael who got me this one for my birthday, like last year, year before. I know that was close to £1,000. It's a lot of money for a mod, which is why I don't freaking use it.
I'm a Yorkshireman as well. I'm in the same boat as you. I would never, ever pay. One of my first mod, obviously with the Rulo, which I paid £100 odd with batteries, juice, and a tank and whatever it was, and that was from a bricks and mortar. So that were like the top whack I'd pay is £100.
Well, it goes back to that old mentality, doesn't it? Whatever you spend on fags for a month.
Yeah, but
that has always stuck with me.
But the thing is again, if we go back to Mark's obviously been reviewing a lot longer than I have. You go back to 7 years when I started casting, 6 years as reviewing. Some of the stuff though was absolutely total dog shit.
Yeah.
But nowadays it is very, very hard. Even the bad stuff is good. You know, it'll do the job.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of cheap stuff, I found 3 really good deals.
Ooh.
So I'll tell you what, we're going to do the deals of the week, and we've also got hand checks as well.
What a segue that was.
That were a good one.
Hit the deals of the week, brother. Cha-ching!
Here we go. Right, hang on. Let me just... So, because I've got to press buttons and shit, and I don't like doing that. Hang on. Oh, shit. I pressed the wrong button.
We will be doing your Rochford giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure if you want to get over to his site, you get 15% off. Use 3 Men Vape.
You've disabled share screening, my friend.
Oh, I didn't put it on. Why didn't you remind me that it's one job?
I'm not your fucking personal assistant, twat.
Hey, do you know what? To be honest with you, that's why I miss your Gert, because she used to come in all the time.
My Gert? My Gert?
Your Gert?
Gert.
Oh, Gert. I'm going to say, what is she, a fucking dog now? Gert.
Your Gert. Fucking hell, he's on fire tonight, this kid, isn't he?
What's his fucking...
He's on fire.
He's fucking...
Yeah, you mess with the ape, you get the words. You know what I'm saying?
Right, does that work now?
Let's have a look.
Don't share that, for God's sake.
Shit, that's only fans. Hang on, stop. Right, here we go, folks.
Mark's sat there with a traffic cone.
I have gone to 3 different places. We're going to start our quest of deals at our friends over at eSig1. No, they don't sponsor us. They don't sponsor us, but they bloody should. This is the Vapefly Crim Hill Tour Sub-On Tank.
I don't know if you can justify that. £11 and 4p.
I know, £11 and 4 pence. It's fucking ridiculous, especially when it only comes in sad arse blue and tacky gold. But if you're
you know
looking
why
for
it's
a
that
sub-on
cheap,
tank,
because no bugger wants
well, Well, that's why everything's that fucking cheap.
Hey,
If
to be
it
honest
was really
with you, though,
expensive, it'd be sold out.
Do you know you say this every week about tacky gold? There is mods though that you do get. I've got a couple of mods there.
Yeah.
I think, do you know what? I want a gold tank. That's why I got the
Well, the
Tallow
thing
X
is,
in it.
do you know why I pick things like these? Because I always think to myself, I don't want to take my £1,000 mod to work. I just need something that if it falls over and smashes, I don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
And this is perfect. For
is.
£11.04, you can't knock it. And hang on, the dogs, please don't bark. Moving on, we've got our friends over at Evolution Vaping. Now, these are not as well known as EC1, but they're a bloody good company. And they're selling the Aegis Max 2 kit from Geek Vape for $27.99, but you can only get it in red or silver. Now, that's the full kit, mod and tank, everything
That's
all in
cool.
one. So, again, if it breaks, if it falls out of my pocket and smashes, do I give a shit for 28 quid? No, do I, Buck?
I'm sure they'll be using that on the Sunday show when they do their vaping ones.
Well, $27.99 is a great price for the full kit. Everything in it, job done.
Yeah.
And I think you can get some corals in with that as well. But then, last but not least, is our friends over at Grey Haze, who are selling, do you remember this? The Smock D barrel box mod?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
230 watt, awesome styling. You can only get it in Prism Blue. So
Do you know originally that was only going to be released in America?
I know. Because of the gun thing, it looks a bit like a gun handle. I think it was something to do with that. But yeah, £13.50.
Well,
Grey Haze.
Well, before that, they had the mag kit, didn't they?
The mag, yeah.
That was definitely a good.
But it's a 225 watt mod. It can go up to 2 ohms or 2.5 ohms or all the way down to 001.
Might last you about 3 months.
Yeah, but again, £13.50, you can buy 2 and last 6.
That's
it. Do you give a shit?
The thing about that, though, like you said, do you know if you wanted a battered mod, just something to take to work that you're not bothered if it got crushed or all that, for £13.50?
That's what I look for. And I think, you can get yourself that, stick a little sub-ohm tank on it, you're laughing, or an RTA or something, you're laughing.
You're laughing.
Absolutely laughing. And I think it looks nice in blue as well.
I like the blue, yeah.
I like the red and black.
Yeah, it's sold out in that though. You can only get it in Prism Blue, unfortunately.
That does look nice. But just put that red and black one back on.
Yeah, but it's pointless because it's sold out.
No, I just wanted to have a look at it. That is really nice, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
Do you know how I hate rainbow stuff? This is the nicest rainbow thing I've seen.
That's not bad, that.
That doesn't look bad, does it? For a rainbow coloured one, that actually doesn't look bad. As you can see there, you've got your little...
one of them scale electric.
Scale electric thing. That's what I was trying to think of.
But but you can don't worry about raw mail because they won't bother delivering you shit. You can get it from DPD next working day delivery. £13.50. I think that's a cracking deal. So just to recap, we've got our Vapefly Creme Hill Tour Sabon Tank PS version for £11.04. You've got the Geek Vape Aegis 2 kit for £27.99. And you've got, that's at Evolution Vaping, by the way, Evolution Vaping. And at Grey Haze, the Smog D-Barrel Shoot Someone box mod at £13.50. And they are your deals of the week.
What I will say to, I'm going to move that off there because you can see it. If anybody finds any deals, please let Mr. B know either in the chat in the Facebook group, which get yourself over there and you can be a part of the hand checks, which we're going to do now. I don't think we've got many in there this week for some reason, so make sure you do next week. Put your hand checks in there. Make sure you get in touch with Mr. B. Let him know if there's any deals that you've seen from anywhere.
Put it in chat.
Put it in chat, and he'll find that. Also, if there's anything that you've seen brand new that's coming out, I'm taking that little bit over from Harley. If there's anything brand new, again, either hit me up, Little Bro Vapes, you all know my channel, or put it on the Facebook group, and just let me know with these new. We can show everybody else what's news coming out. If you find it before I can find it.
If anyone's interested in 3D printed mods, I've just come across a company only today called Zero Mods. They're doing 2 types of 3D printed. They're doing a single 21700 and a double 21700, but they both fit a 30mm tank.
Ooh.
Do you know what? The best mod I ever had for that, and it's the only reason why I bought it, was the RX Gen 2, the 2-battery one. It was small, fitting your hand beautifully, and you could fit a 30mm tank on it. It's fucking tiny.
That's
it's
why
like
I like me Purge.
Your Purge is a cracking one. His best place for a smock is in the bin. I agree, Tess, but at the end of the day, for £12.50, do you really give a fuck? And like Aidan says, if you're going to take it to work and it gets smashed about, you don't care.
Also, it's a cracking little present for someone.
Exactly.
Probably say you've got a friend whose birthday's coming up or her birthday's coming up and they've only just started vaping, they're only on the pod systems and like that. You could set them up.
The Evil Dildo was a cracking.
I'm thinking about that. It's not far from your birthday, is it?
Mine?
No, it's not far away. No.
Somewhere in January, isn't it?
I'm February 10th.
It's definitely somewhere in January, yeah.
Yeah, it's January the 29th.
Is it 17th?
17th? No.
29th?
No.
28th?
No.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
come on.
If anybody can remember Mark's birthday, hey, I can't even remember my fucking kid's birthday, let alone your birthday. I know it's somewhere in the month. That's why my wife is absolutely wonderful.
Yes. My Mrs. B is brilliant for birthdays. She remembers everything.
Can I just give Lou a big shout out, ladies and gentlemen? She starts tomorrow. As you all know, she went to college, did all the access to nursing and all that, and now she's at university. She's been there since September, and tomorrow she starts a placement at Doncaster Royal Infirmary for her first day.
Yeah, we've seen her in a nurse's uniform.
You did.
That's why he's getting excited. Look at him.
It's a nice night. The only trouble is we've got 3 kids. You can't gag them.
I remember once. I always feel sorry for nurses because of this one story. It was when I first got lymphedema in my leg, and basically what happened was my leg decided to melt off. So I was in hospital for 6 weeks, but at the one point I had to have these dressings put on. And this nurse, this beautiful-looking red-haired nurse, was on a knee at the side of my bed, putting the stocking on for me. And
fucking praying.
At that point, my dad walked in and he uttered the immortal words, "Hey, sonny, if you had company, you should have told me. Good luck, bye," and fucked off. I tell you what, I felt so bad for her.
So embarrassed.
Did. Oh, I tell you, I feel so sorry for nurses that have to go through shit like that. Oh, not saying it didn't cross my mind. I felt like saying, "Why are you down there, love?" But it's.
Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? Join the channel after all we said about joining the channel. Mr. B, do the handshakes, please, if you can, sir.
I can. Can you believe it? I didn't forget about this at all, and you didn't just remind me doing this right now, so I'm just going to load it all up because I'm really slow at doing
sorry,
this.
Don't worry about it. Big shout out again to Lou. Good luck for tomorrow. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing your Rochford project giveaway in a couple of seconds once I know that that Nightbot is working. Also, ladies and gentlemen, once we've finished here, don't forget to get over to Benny Vapes' mixing show. If you want to get yourself into a little bit of mixing. Right,
here we go. Hand check time, people. Hand check time. Okie dokie. So, this is the 3 Men and a Vape Facebook group. If you want to show off what you've got in your hand, God, that sounds bad, then put it into this group. To be in this group, all you have to do is press to join, and one of our lovely admins will add you. As long as you ain't got a name like...
Well, you are an admin.
Yeah, but that means work. I've got fucking plenty on as it is. Right, Sean Wilson with the Purge Parabellum. That is and some Shy Tots, The Darkest Secret. That is quite a...
It's beautiful.
I like that.
There's
I like the
something sensual about that mix there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a lovely mix, yeah.
Do you reckon our Grizz is a bit of a naughty person, looks like?
I know he is. I'm sharing a room with him at Expo, and we've got some right kinky shit going on.
Well, if he brings that with him, you're in for a good time, Aidan. That's for damn certain. We have also got, come out to that, Ben Martin. Ben 10, the topside jewel with the Asgard RDA.
We've got a bit of splatter going off there.
Oh, yes. So we've got Grizz with his red dildo and Ben with his jizz-coloured mod. Or, well, Avatar jizz-coloured
Your
mod.
jizz is coming out like that, so there's a problem.
Avatar jizz, mate. Can't help it. That
you want to go back to the red-haired woman.
Hang on, did we? Never mind. Let's not get into that one. So that looks actually quite nice. Do you think the red matches with blue?
Not really.
Not really. So you think he's a bit of a? What does that mod say about Ben?
He doesn't care as long as it vapes good.
But then again, you can't say that because it is a Dovepot, which is a quality mod, and the Asgard, which is a quality RDA.
Exactly.
Apart from, he probably likes rainbow.
Or he's colourblind.
Yeah.
I think he's either colourblind or he's a little bit eccentric.
What are your thoughts on matchy? Some people are like, it's got to match, OCD. What? Let us know in chat. Are you matchy, or are you?
I reckon Ben goes around with one red trainer and one blue. I think he likes that eccentric sort of look to him. You know what I mean? Puts one red contact lens in and one blue. Make himself look different. I like it, Ben. Well done, Bella. If you want your mods commented on our show, if you want to see what your mod says about you, get on next week. Just get ready for the post, bro, and then pop it in.
Bro, I think there's more than two. It says view all four.
There's more. There's more, ladies and gentlemen. There's more. You silly. Now then, what does this? This is from John Cole, who's got some.
That's a Lost Vape collection, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. Now, what does that say about John?
He hasn't got a very big camera.
I would have to agree. He thinks more about his vape
far away.
Oh, so you reckon he's taking a picture from Wales?
Yeah.
That's possible. It's possible. Then
I think it's about time he cleaned his coffee stain and all.
Do you know what it says? Do you know what it says to me? What it says to me is he's ashamed of whatever else was in this picture that he's cut out. He doesn't want to see,
there is
or
a
he doesn't
zoom
want us
button
to
up at the
see.
top.
He doesn't want us to see his kinky shit that goes, his blow up dolls.
Mr. B, you can press the zoom button at the top.
Can I?
Yeah, there's a zoom
button.
Yeah.
Oh, so hang on, folks. Hang on.
hang on to your. There we go.
We're going to zoom into a slightly more blurry version. So I don't think he wants us to know or see his blow up dolls and sheep that go behind his desk here. Probably his coffee machine that hasn't been wiped in 6 months. But no, it's, to be fair, you've got the Lost Vape collection. His last bottle of Boo. But he's also got some, is it some Troll? Mm-hmm. Never could keep up with the name of the Misfit juices. I must try some of them, actually.
That's Matty Chandler's juice, that.
Yeah, no, I got the face. I get that. So yeah, no, nice setup. Let's have a look. What else have we got here? Ooh, Mark Howard.
Wow, Mark Howard, sexy.
Mark Howard's got a sexy evil.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your Rochford in before you give away.
Infinity Mods Freddy Krueger with a Ripsaw RDA and some Coil Benders Vicky Sponge Cake.
That's a big drip tip, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a cute. Don't get me started on drip tip, I tell you. Fucking hell.
That's a rather big drip tip, that.
I like big drip tips. Something for your lips to grab onto.
Now, that looks like one of them things that you got the oil in.
Lava lamp.
A lava lamp.
Well, yeah. No, it does a bit.
It's a cowboy in it.
No, it's
Freddy Krueger.
It's Freddy Krueger. He just looks a bit dark on my screen.
1, 2, Freddy's vaping you. Right, what's this? Vicky's Sponge Cake. That sounds like a sex toy.
To me, that looks like a bottle of milkshake or something.
It does, yeah.
Are we going back to how we started the show? People
it does taste nice. It does sound nice.
So do you think a kid's going to grab that and think, "Oh, I've got some milkshake. I've got some
it's
cakey milkshake."
Yazoo.
Well, yeah, because that's what they call it, don't they? It's called Gulp.
Gulp.
It's not
Gulp
helping.
treats. Oh, that's a very nice mod. That bit sadistic, but very nice. Are you matchy? Like it. Love it. And then we're going on to Nigel Brooks.
Oh, you've got one of them purges.
And look at the photograph as well.
I know.
No, that's very arty, isn't it?
Do you know what
I
see
love that they've got the Hellraiser lament configuration.
I was just about to say that. I was just about the lament thing in the background. That is mint. That is very nice. So we've got the Aspire mix with the K-Fun light and the Purge reinforcer with the Nightmare 28mm on top.
Lovely. That is a gorgeous setup.
That is two very well presented mods.
I like it. I love how the background's blurred and yeah.
You know, this says to me that he takes a lot of pride in his mods. A lot of pride indeed. And I can see why. Very nice indeed. Very
I like
nice.
it when they're a bit arty like that.
Yeah.
Chico has done a picture of his coils. The Chico's coils are the
very,
best
very
coils on the market by far. He makes them himself. If you want to order some, get yourself over to Chico. He's in chat. He's on Facebook. There's his name. Click on him and get some ordered. But I like how he cheekily puts his mod in the background there. Look.
And how big's his fucking hands?
They're quite close to the camera.
I think they're series coils, them.
They are
Do you
proper
think, bro?
coils for that big
Yeah,
bastard.
I think so, yeah.
They are coils for his exhaust pipe.
many
That's
wraps
exactly
is that?
what they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, now.
That's a big coil for that big bastard. Fucking amazing. What else have we got? And then we're back to Sean Wilson with his dodgy little purge. So yeah, so there you go. They are the hand checks of the week. So yeah, so next week, get your hand checks ready and we'll tell you what your mod says about you.
I love that. Yeah, I think that should be in it. What does your hand check say about you?
Yeah.
You need to wash your hands, son. You need to wash your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to get your Rochford in. It is open now. We will be rolling it very, very soon. And don't forget as well, 15% off for the wonderful 3 Men Vape all the way up to 12 o'clock tonight. Man, how quick has this show gone?
You've gone very quick.
Very quick.
Very quick indeed.
I've right enjoyed it. It's been and it's nice to continue. We were talking about this in our own little chat of continue making sure that we're on each week, which has been good. I've right enjoyed it, and we've covered quite a number of topics.
It's been an awesome show, like it should be.
That's one of
The
my favourite.
hazelnut with every bite, isn't it?
I love that. I love that chocolate bar topics. Can you still get them?
I don't know. I ain't had one in years, but I used to love them.
Topics are lovely. And boosts.
You like a little bit of
Boost. What's your favourite chocolate bar, Mr. B? Oh, no, you're not really on them.
I'm not allowed to think of them anymore.
We were just saying topic and boost. But I don't think
They're
you get topic.
pathetic. If you're
I
gonna
like a
have
nice
chocolate,
coffee crisp, but they don't make them like they used to. They're more like flat things now.
Do you know what? Seriously, there's something that really fucking annoys me. A Mr. B bugbear at timeouts. I remember when a timeout was one wafer, a thick piece of chocolate like twirl in the middle, then another wafer, then covered in chocolate. Best chocolate bar on the planet. Now, it's just a fucking glorified blue ribbon. They have ruined timeouts.
Me and Mark grew up with blue ribbons. My dad loved them, didn't he?
Yeah, my dad loves the blue ribbons. Can't beat a bit of blue ribbon.
Oh, I tell you,
Custard
fucking
cream.
glorified blue
Loads
ribbons.
of them in just in a tin.
Custard creams, but lemonade. Go on a trip with me, Dad. He's eating custard creams from a lemonade bottle.
Oh yeah. My dad as well. He used to come in from pub or whatever, and he'd have a cheese and salad cream sandwich, and then he'd go and get some ice cream, but he used the same fucking knife. So you'd get there, you'd got salad cream and fucking cheese all over your ice cream. He's like, Dad, you dirty. And then my mum would go, Tony.
You dirty bugger.
And that was just while we were in bed. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling.
I've got to ask, do you eat a whole jar of Nutella?
Oh, Nutella.
Who doesn't?
And the winner is Paul Dooling. I'll have to go and hand deliver it over underneath the bridge, because that's where he hangs out, on a Bentley bridge. I will know that. You know what to do, buddy. I think you won about a month back as well. So let me know.
And I will come to show.
You let me know. We'll carry on with the show. You know where to send it, buddy. Well done. Right then. It's that time to say goodbye, people. We've run over time. Big shout out to Benny Vape. Sorry we've run over time. Mr. B, say your goodbyes, brother.
Don't forget to see me Friday night at 8 o'clock for the new show, The Conversation Station, where we talk about all the topics. And this week, we're going to be talking about that big twat, Andrew Tate. Oh, that's going to be a cracker. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to my awesome friends, Aidan and Mark, who are the best casters that I have ever met in my life. And they are personal family members.
Oh,
Oh,
we love you
big
too.
love.
It's nice getting some love without getting, the sheer contempt from Harley.
Oh,
Oh.
we miss him too. I hope he's doing well. Over to the wonderful my big brother, Marky Pose.
Guys, thank you so much. He's just gone so blooming quick tonight. It really has. I don't
Wait
feel
for
like
it.
we've been on an hour. Guys in chat, thank you so much. If you would like to see a little bit more of me, you can catch me tomorrow night at 7:30 on the home service with BFG and Betty. Yes, we'll be talking our usual shenanigans and rubbish and ooh misses. So you can catch us at
Ooh-ah
7:30
misses.
tomorrow.
Betty.
Ladies and gentlemen, there would have been a link to actually his channel, which you should have already been subscribed to, me brother. So make sure you get over to Solo. It will be there. But it starts off past 7, doesn't it, bro?
7:30, yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you come and join us straight after that show as well on the UK Vape Show. We will be live tomorrow night from 9 p.m. Big shout out to everybody in chat. Thank you so much for joining us. All you spanners for keeping us nice and safe. It's been a goddamn giggle. Thank you so much to these two lads for casting with me. It's been absolutely amazing. Make sure you join us next week, same bat channel, same bat time.
Go on, get that burp
That was a
out.
bit of a burp there. Did you see it? It were building. I tried to keep it. Woof.
Did it come out your nose
But
instead?
no, I didn't know. That would have been nice. A bit of cleaning fizziness. Big love
When
to all.
you're
Look
on
of
UK
stuff.
Vape Show tomorrow, will you ask Vic live on stream, what is it like to have the second biggest show in the country?
I will. I will ask him. I will ask him. I'll definitely ask him tomorrow.
Yes.
Big love to you all. Look after yourself and good night.
Fist bump.
Yay!
Big love to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you join us next week. And remember, piss flaps.
Well, it's not the second biggest because big is defined, but the second most popular because we're the most popular. Does he aspire to become first? Because if he does, he's got competition in his hand.
I agree. Good night, people.
No.